What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, how the market is reacting day one post earnings, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So SoundHound is up a very impressive 15.96%, $8.96 the low, $15.95 the high. So pre-market was looking rather iffy. And I think in general, like a lot of people, including myself, were rather just disappointed by the price action post earnings. A lot of like negativity in the broader market was really suppressing it. But luckily enough, today you did have PCE coming in better than anticipated on a month-over-month basis. Market's absolutely loving that. In addition to that, though, Trump and as well looks like Ukraine did settle on that whole minerals deal, so the market is loving that even further. So that's what's pushing the broader market, and through that SoundHound higher. You're seeing a lot of big volume as well. And a side note, so these are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. So a lot of big buys right here. And so 1.09 million, 6.6 million, even in the pre-market, people were buying the dip, and looks like big money was loving it at that $9 range. So that's rather abnormal. So of course, whenever you start to see buying during the pre-market, that goes to show that it's at a pretty good discount. But nothing new from SoundHound itself, no SEC filings. I think the next big thing that they could announce is potentially what they mentioned numerous times, that utility company, energy company, that is a 7-digit deal. That should be announced, I would assume, because they did allude to it numerous times. Didn't actually disclose who that is though, but I feel like that is definitely very, very big for SoundHound. But when it comes down to shorts, let's give you a breakdown of that. So right now, shorts are increasing 437,000 shares. 31.58% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 103.88 million shares overall are being shorted. So shorts were really betting on just the broader market to continue to crap all over SoundHound. So it shows that right here they were increasing at the peak roughly 3 million shares, but still them increasing, given a what I call a triple beat for SoundHound, because they did beat on earnings per share, did also beat on revenue, and they did up their 2025 guidance. So I actually see their earnings as pretty kick-ass, and so do a lot of other analysts. So 3 new ratings did come out today. So Northland Michael, who has a 47% success rating, gave a $8 price target. So that was okay. You also have 13 by Gil, who has a 56% success rating, and then Daniel Ives. So even though he didn't participate on the actual call yesterday, he's still really bullish on SoundHound. So did reconfirm that $22 price target. And in case you guys don't know who Daniel Ives is, he is that big bull who has been really backing Palantir ever since the beginning of time. So even when a lot of the Wall Street analysts were very bearish on Palantir, saying it's overvalued, he's been constantly correct at calling very good innovative companies. So SoundHound, with him reconfirming that $22 price target, it could come to fruition sooner rather than later. So let me know your general thoughts on that. Looking at options, 8.73 million in calls, 4.91 in puts, and then you do have 53% of all the options being done today optimistic in nature. And ultimately, it looks like there's a consensus for it to be roughly around that $13 range for the foreseeable future. And the bears are anticipating for it to be sub 850. Some of that could be maybe just linked to the broader market and just the fear associated to that, because honestly, given SoundHound's earnings, there's not really much negatives to really bring up. So yeah, they have no debt, a lot of good cash, so 198 if I remember correctly. So yeah, honestly, their earnings were absolutely phenomenal. But big money is also confirming that. That's why they are buying it. And even on the dark pool is very, very popular as well. So a lot of transactions, a little bit more than the norm. So again, something to keep in mind. But with it at $10.70, it was able to successfully get above this S2. So that was a key resistance level. So you needed to get above that. Next stop is essentially $12.48. Bulls are anticipating for it to be above that by the end of next week, kind of within this range. So this pivot in this S1. So 10.02 will be the strong support going forward. And then flip side to 12.48 on the actual chart itself. So aside from the analyst ratings, on the actual chart, you do see right now with that 1072, it is kind of still stuck in limbo. So above the ALMA, but below, regrettably, it looks like that 100-day moving average. Up here, this yellow line is that 50-day moving average. So it's kind of just stuck within this range and most likely will be for at least the next little bit. One positive thing I just want to bring up though is stochastic RSI is very oversold. So you're getting an extra push higher because of that as well. And at the same time, you do see a nice bullish deviation, so that blue line above the orange. So all in all, pretty good stuff if you ask me. So let me know your general thoughts. This is a quick overview of everything that is happening. It would be nice if the market wasn't really crapping all over everything and there's a lot of fear, because SoundHound, in my opinion, would easily be given the results at that like $14 range, 13, 14 easily right now. Just there's a certain level of fear, and I think that is why shorts have been really active today, because there's no reason for them to be increasing aside from just the level of fear. So let me know your general thoughts on SoundHound. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I appreciate everyone who joined in the live stream yesterday. It was a pretty good earnings, like I said, and hopefully more and better things to come down the pipeline. So one final thing, if you are looking for some kick-ass buy signals, pop over to my Patreon and give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.